So I just wanted to make this really quick video and ignore the ice car sitting right here. That's our Toyota Highlander. But I just wanted to make this really quick video. Tonight we're about to get 3 to 6 inches of snow here in Michigan. And the reason why I'm making this video is because normally I do park the car in the garage and I have it charging like right there. And today I actually just wanted to make a video to see how the Tesla Model Y does in the snow, especially in a situation right now where it's not going to be plugged in. It's going to be sitting overnight. The temperature right now is about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'll put the conversion for Celsius right up above right now. And so it's not extremely cold. We get definitely a lot colder around here. The temperature is going to drop into the 20s tonight. But overall, the temperature is going to be around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The car is not going to be plugged in. Sentry mode is not on. I'm not going to be using the Tesla app, so the car will not be woken up in the middle of the night, right? I'm going to be sleeping, but I'm not going to use the Tesla app until I go check it in the morning. The state of charge currently is 77% the last I checked it. Give or take like a percent, because sometimes in the winter it overcharges a percent or undercharges a percent. I've seen that quite a bit, even when it's plugged in. So this is the Model Y. This is the long range. I've got the induction wheels. I'm going to go ahead and do the test in the morning. We're going to see how much snow piled on it. We're going to go into the car before we even preheat it. We're going to check what the current state of charge is, what the state of charge is, what temperature it's at. And then after, I'm going to close the door. I'm going to warm up the car, and I'm going to see exactly, how long it's going to take to warm up and how much of a battery hit do we take by warming it up to the desired temperature. After that, I'm going to take my GoPro. I'm going to try my best to attach it, and I'm going to go ahead and go for a drive. Hopefully we're going to have some snow on the road for us to be able to actually drive on. And then we're going to see how the Tesla Model Y handles in the snow. Now, this is the long range all-wheel drive. This car does have the all-season tires on it. I don't put snow tires on in the winter. Actually, really none of our cars in the winter have snow tires on it. It's not mandated here in Michigan. And also, if you drive relatively careful and you brake earlier than you expect, you usually don't have any problem with the all-season tires, especially considering that this car is also all-wheel drive. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll see, how the temperature is looking, the state of charge, how long it takes to warm up, and how it drives, how it handles in the winter. I've loved having this car so far. I've actually drove it through some pretty nasty, conditions already. It's kind of filthy right now with all the salt on it. The side of the car is all filled with salt as well. And we'll see how it looks tomorrow morning. Okay, so it looks like we did end up getting a little bit of snow. Not as much snow as I was anticipating. That's probably because it's still falling down. We ended up getting roughly about 3 inches of snow right now, and it's fully piled up on the car. So you can't really see anything. At least the radar, I don't know if you know, but the Tesla radar is actually right in that position right there. Is not covered, but everything else is. The headlights, the front camera, the side camera. This one is not covered actually. This is fully accessible. I brought the GoPro out actually because it's still currently snowing quite a bit, so the audio quality might be a little bit different than what I was recording with before. The entire top of the roof is fully covered in snow. Now the next thing is to actually check the Tesla app. So I'm going to pull out my phone here, and we're going to go ahead and go into the Tesla app together. And it looks like I lost 2%. So we had 77% last night. We're currently at 75%. It looks like the car didn't go into a deep sleep state. The reason I know that is because as soon as I open the app, it loaded right away. Typically that's a sign of that. And so what we're going to do here is the interior temperature is 32 degrees. It basically acclimated with the outside temperature. It's 30 degrees outside. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the interior. And I'm going to go ahead and put on a little timer here, or a stopwatch. And we're going to start this and turn on the climate. So there we go. It's on. We can hear it. It already turned on. and then we're going to be back and see how long it takes for the temperature up here to reach the desired temperature. So we will be back, and we'll also see what melted and what didn't, what I need to actually brush off with a tool. Okay, so as you can see here, it's reached an interior temperature of 70 degrees, and it's been almost 7 minutes that it took to go ahead and heat the car. So actually it's not too long from a standing cold, not plugged in, about 7 minutes. It's right now at 70 degrees. We can see that nothing really has melted on the car, and that's most likely because I didn't press the defrost button. This would have accelerated everything. These would have heated up, and the radar camera would have heated up as well, and also the back here would have heated up. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. This is going to use more battery. We've used a single % to heat the car up, and I'm going to go ahead and press the defrost button right here, and we're going to see how the cameras look after, and then we're going to just show some winter driving on my way to work. Okay, so it's been roughly about 2 minutes, and we can see that it's starting to defrost over here. I didn't want to wait any longer because I just do want to go to work. The camera here doesn't seem to be getting any clearer here. The windshield is starting to defrost, as you can see. So obviously eventually it would defrost, but it's probably more efficient just to take the snow off and get it to the desired temperature. If it's frozen ice, that's where efficiency really doesn't matter. You just want to have it heat up for you. But I'm going to go ahead and clear the snow off of the car, get into the car, and I'm going to show you just a couple settings that I would recommend to drive with when you are driving in the snow in an electric vehicle, specifically here a Tesla. Okay, so I'm about ready to head out. I just want to show some settings really quick. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the little car icon here. We're going to go to driving, and then we're going to go over and turn the acceleration. I would recommend to chill to the slower mode. Steering really doesn't matter. And then I would turn regenerative braking on to low. When the car is braking for you with the one pedal driving, it's not as safe when you let go of the pedal and the car abruptly brakes. A lot of people are really good, especially me, at timing the accelerator pedal, so I can release the pedal slowly and ease into the brake, but it's just overall safer to have the regen set to the low, and this is going to affect your range definitely. The final thing that you could set is the slip start. I'm not going to set it here just because of the fact that for me the snow is not really that thick, and I'm not stuck in anything, so it should be all right. I'm going to go ahead and take this trip here, and I'm going to reset it, and we have 72% now. I've been sitting in the car for almost 10 minutes just to get things ready for the video and everything, but that's besides the point. We'll go ahead and drive, and then we will see, how many miles I drove, what was my watt hour per mile, and that's basically the watt hour per mile. If anybody's unfamiliar, that's actually the efficiency in a Tesla. So you'd rather have that number lower. It's kind of the opposite of MPG. You want to have that number lower, and the lower you make the number, the more efficient technically your drive has been. So we'll pull it up periodically, but we'll just see how it handles in the snow. So yeah, the roads are not good right now. So a little slippage there with these tires. And but overall, wow, I'm very impressed by the all-wheel drive system. So the all-wheel drive system is really handling this weather no problem whatsoever. You might notice that it's a little bit loud. Part of that's because of the car, and part of that is actually just because of the microphone setup. I really just am using the onboard microphone in the GoPro, so that's actually going to affect the audio quite a bit. The speed limit here is 45. I'm only driving about 35 miles an hour. A lot of people want to race in this weather. It's not advisable. Just a couple days ago, there was like an 8-car pileup. And yeah, sure, I can go just as fast as anybody else on the road. It's just what's the safest thing to do? If somebody were to come to a complete stop, it probably wouldn't be the safest thing. So pretty much very simple. Chill mode, low regenerative braking, and brake early, and you'll be fine. There's really nothing too special about having an electric car that you need to prepare for the winter. If anything, an electric car during the winter is actually a little bit more enjoyable, just because of the fact that
there is a very fast time. As you saw, it was less than 7 minutes from cold to warm, and that was actually really slow. If you're plugged in while you're doing it, I imagine it would take a little bit faster. I might have to do a little bit of a test on that as well. So I will go ahead and take this drive to work, and then I will get back with you guys once I get there, and we'll go over the efficiency numbers in terms of watt hour per mile. All right, folks, so there's the numbers right there. We drove almost 6 miles at an average watt hour per mile of 351 watt hours per mile. This is actually a really good number for the weather. This number, the lower it is, like I said, the better it is in terms of the range. We ended up using 3% of the battery for the drive, which really isn't too bad. 350 watt hours per mile is actually pretty low for this type of weather. The conditions were really bad. I ended up turning the regenerative braking, where is it? Back to standard. I just found that it's not really too slick outside. I was able to stop really easily, and so the regenerative braking goes back right on, just because of the fact that you get the increased range with it, and I also enjoy not having to use the actual brakes on the car. So that's pretty much it. I plan to do a video hopefully with like sub 10 degree temperatures, if we even get something like that in Michigan. We haven't gotten anything like that yet, but we might. And so this right now is 29 degrees. It's still pretty cold for most people. If they want to know, how does the Model Y do in the winter, especially with the heat pump. This right here proves it all. 351 watt hours per mile in this cold climate with this snow on the road is really, really good. And so I am a believer in the heat pump. If you guys have any questions about how the Tesla is in the snow, a little bit more specific questions, you guys can go ahead and leave a comment down below. Leave a like to this video if you like the effort here, and also don't forget to subscribe, as it's going to help me out a lot. Thank you guys so much, and you guys have a great rest of your day.